National Football League has issued memos now and have ordered all their teams as they finished up their OTAs this week. You will hold a seminar with all those players in camp, and you will give them this portfolio, this memo about gambling. And plain and simple, the National Football League just handed out a 6-point program insisting that the players understand it, ask questions about it, and respect it. You cannot bet on NFL games. No exception. Period, exclamation point. You cannot have friends place a ghost bet for you. Now, I don't know how you monitor that, but you can't use burner phones. You can't use phony names. You can't have your posse place bets for you. That's item 2. Item 3, you will not make any transactions anywhere in team facility. Not locker room, not training rooms, not meeting rooms, not in a stadium on game day. No bets on any other sport if you're in the facility. No sharing of inside information. Obviously, injuries play a big role in who bets what in games. I had never thought about this. You're banned from going to a sports book during the course of the season.
Interesting.
From the start of training camp till an hour after the Super Bowl, you cannot be in a sports book. I don't know quite how you monitor that, but I will tell you, it's a strange aspect to everything that's happened with this gambling. I'll tell you about that in a second. And no fantasy football, because in essence, that kind of brings in insider information.
Yeah, it does. Right.
So that's the 6-point program that was delivered to all the players. I think they started having the seminars and meetings on Wednesday. To me, it's really intriguing. I asked the question, well, how do you monitor some of this? What I found out is that the casinos, who obviously know who's in there and what they're doing, the casinos see a pro athlete laying down money, they notify either the NFL or the respective club.
Okay.
It's happened a bunch of times in the last calendar year. So they're going to get some help here, because the integrity of the game is the most important thing. The NFL's got a problem. We talked about 5 Detroit Lions players, including number 1 draft pick Jameson Williams, who are betting. Now, they were betting on sports. They were not betting on NFL games, but they were betting on sports in the locker room. It was kind of a guys group. And Jameson Williams said, well, I didn't know. Well, you didn't know because you didn't pay attention at the rookie seminar. Look at section 3 of your NFL playbook that they handed out at the rookie seminar. They got another problem with Isaiah Rodgers, starting cornerback, Indianapolis Colts, betting on games, NFL games, betting on his team. We don't know if it was to win or lose. He's been expelled. He's going to get suspended by the league. And now there's a report that the NFL has discovered there is a name player who lost $8 million betting last year. Don't know who it is at this point in time, but like anything else, deeper investigation goes, that name will come out. There will be huge discipline.
Wow.
$8 million. It's like it's like and similar to the mess in the National Hockey League, and we talked about this during the season. Evander Kane, San Jose Sharks, Edmonton Oilers, and huge bankruptcy issue, lost a ton of money. He was a gambling addict, a ton of money.
Wow.
Now, they never found out that he was betting on NHL games, but he could not stop betting. And, of course, a prime example in the NFL is Calvin Ridley, high draft pick Atlanta, who blew out his Achilles and during the course of a year away from football while rehabbing in a lone existence, got addicted to placing bets. And he got suspended for a year, and Atlanta released him. He just signed in Jacksonville. He's just been reinstated. So it's out there. And, John, we talked just very briefly, are these isolated incidents in Detroit and Indy or somewhere else? Or is it really the tip of the iceberg? So 6-point plan, your response.
I like this. I think this is a good plan because the league has to keep gambling at arm's length, because if people think the games are rigged, well, then it becomes something very different. It becomes like wrestling or, Hulk Hogan or something. But the challenge is that the NFL there's hypocrisy because they're in bed in Vegas. They're in bed with DraftKings and FanDuel and all these other guys. So they're in a tough spot to do it. I like this rule. To your point, how do you enforce it? Because you're roaming around a casino in Vegas, and the sports book is just like in the next section of the building. It's not like it's a separate entity in and of itself. So yeah, I mean, good on them for doing it. But yeah, let's see how they enforce it.
On we go.